Hey, this is Jen.
This is Natalie.
And this is a shot of vodka culture. Cheers!
With a little bit of lime.
I wish we had lime. Yep. Simultaneous sip.
That was that shot for you at home. Hope you did one with us. All right. So let's talk about, obviously fall's here. We're getting into some Halloween, which makes everybody think about the holiday season. Which makes people think about shopping. Well, it doesn't make me think about it after like 15 years in retail. I don't know shopping ever, but to each their own.
Yeah, holiday season makes me like, I don't know. I think I have post-traumatic stress disorder from working retail for a few years there. Black Friday.
Yeah, so the Mall of America has said that they themselves are not going to be open. Obviously, that's just the mall will not be open. Obviously, stores have the right to do what they want within that, but the mall will not be open.
That's good. But I think first we should clarify what Black Friday is.
And why it's called Black Friday.
So Black Friday is essentially
the Friday after Thanksgiving.
It's the Friday after Thanksgiving, and the reason it's called that was that the idea of these extreme sales would allow businesses would allow these businesses to go from the red into the black.
They'd make all the money because traditionally that was the first day that you celebrated Christmas. You had the Macy's Day Parade, which ended with Santa Claus at the Thanksgiving Day Parade, Santa Claus, and then it was Christmas time. Because back in the day, nobody celebrated Christmas until Thanksgiving was over. So then Friday you went and your Christmas shopping, so all the sales and the businesses went into the black.
So let's be very clear. The whole purpose of Black Friday is to bring businesses from the red, a.k.a. a deficit, into the black, a.k.a. a profit.
And I personally, though, I've never done the indulgence of Black Friday because I've always worked about Black Friday, and now that the past couple of years I haven't worked it and I will not go shopping that day, I do find that kind of a tradition kind of cool. Like, it's Black Friday, people get up at 5 in the morning, go shopping. I'm completely fine with that.
I like that.
What I'm not okay with it going into Thursday, Thanksgiving. No. Because, it's a holiday.
It's, I find it very perturbing also that, now, granted, we can conjure this whole sort of argument about, like, why are we even celebrating Thanksgiving? It marks the, subjugation of an entire nation. Different podcast. And actually, we did kind of cover this in our protest podcast about the subjugation and subsequent genocide of an entire nation of people.
At this point, it's still a holiday that our country celebrates.
This is a holiday that we recognize and celebrate. Businesses should not be open on that. And you're taking the time. Retail workers so rarely get holidays off, if ever. There are a few.
Christmas and Easter are the only days that I've ever had where malls are actually closed, where you guaranteed we're not having to work. Those two. That was it. And Thanksgiving, you used to have 3.
And not only are these retail workers not being allowed, by and large, to experience holidays with their family, but they're paid not very well.
So we can look at it from two. We can look at the ethical, moral part of it. A lot of companies will say, like Walmart did, well, we're going to be open on Thanksgiving, and employees have the choice of whether or not to work.
No, they don't.
I was going to say that choice. Let's use the word choice and put that in quotations. Like, if you say you don't want to work,
it's like, if you are so desperately needy for money that we are not, considering that we're not paying you sufficiently enough and you need to take these hours, they're available. But nobody actually wants to work.
Oh, yeah, so might be punished for not working it. Yeah. But we can also look at it, though, if you really want to look at it from just the capitalism or business point of view, you have a group of people who are going to shop on Black Friday. You have them. You're not going to, in my opinion, and not just my opinion, it's fact. They've looked at statistics. You're not going to expand that base by opening earlier. What you do is just spread the business out much longer. So people will go shopping on Thanksgiving, the same people. So all you've done is taken the same amount of hours, spread the business out more, and you're statistically not making any more money than you would have if you'd opened 12 hours later.
Right. There's something to be said about the exclusivity of from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Yeah.
We have these doorbusters.
And when you say we're going to open at 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving or 1 p.m. on Thanksgiving.
It's just like, I can show maybe I'll just do it now and then I can sleep in.
You can go at 1 p.m. on Thanksgiving and then go home and go to bed. You're not going to get, I'm not the person at home because I'm using me as an example because I've said I'm not going to shop on Black Friday. You're not going to get me by opening earlier. I'm not going to go, I wasn't going to go at 5 a.m. But since you're open at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving, maybe I'll go to the mall now. No, you're not getting my business. And I know other people have said the same thing. And again, statistically, if you look it up, they've not gotten much more business by being open the whole day. You've just spent more business by paying people and being open. So
my biggest concern with cutting into Thanksgiving is then this sets a precedence for cutting into other holidays. And where do we draw the line? Do we start now opening our stores on Christmas Day?
Well, that's the thing too. If you look at it, what our the biggest holidays, if you want to look at it from a American standpoint, are like Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, and we're open already on those days. Malls are already open those days. And I'm sorry, there's no shortage of days for you to shop on Christmas. Not only are they open Black Friday, but then most places are open at 7 a.m. every day following that until Christmas, until midnight. I mean, there is plenty of time to go shopping. If you don't have time to get Christmas presents in that time period, and you can shop online at 2 in the morning if you want to. I mean, let's be real. I mean, if anybody comes to me and says they just have to shop at 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving Day, they're coming from a place of extreme privilege where they feel entitled to be able to go shopping that time. And what are you doing shopping at 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving? I'm just getting over eating turkey, and I'm watching Thanksgiving with Charlie Brown, and I'm getting ready to eat my turkey leftover sandwich. Like, why are you going shopping?
The only people going shopping at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving are the people who have to work Black Friday the next morning.
And that's exactly what it is.
And it's bullshit. It's ridiculous. But back to what I was saying, I really do worry about the precedence that this sets. Because once it becomes commonplace to open stores on Thanksgiving, it's only a matter of time before we open stores on Christmas Day. And this is not a religious thing. It is a matter of we have observed holidays, and we have retail workers working minimum wage, working shit hours. They are working evenings and weekends.
And coming from
doesn't give them time to be with their children.
Combating the religious thing, as an atheist, which I'm sure I've said before, I enjoy Christmas. I'm not, again, an atheist, but it's something I spend time with my parents. I spend time with my family. I have friends. I go to their house. We go out we hang out together. I enjoy having a day that's supposed to be for family or friends or gathering together and drinking and being merry and eating food. It's fun. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to work on that day. You're right, and the precedent, which is why I feel like it's so important that Mall of America, the biggest mall in the country, has said, we're not going to open. Now, I know there's fine print that other stores like the department stores, Macy's or whatever, can be open. But to me, it's more important that the mall itself has said, we're going to take a stand and not open. I applaud them for that because they do have a place in shopping culture as being the largest mall in the United States of America. And I'm great, and since that's the place that celebrates Thanksgiving, I think it's great that they have said, well, we're not going to open our doors. Or, our mall, is not going to be open for you. I think I applaud them for that. And I'm not saying they're strong, but I do. I think that's great that they're stepping forward. DSW has already in the past has not opened on Thanksgiving Day. There's been other places that will not open on Thanksgiving. And I think it's great that they're saying our employees who are with us, all like you've said, all the time at 5 in the morning doing stock and throughout the day and work till midnight and do this and give them all their time with their family, work Christmas Eve and work New Year's Day, that we're going to allow them to have a day, whether they celebrate the holiday or not, just have a day to be with their family or friends, whoever your family happens to be, and just hang out and relax.
Yeah, and I know that Natalie can attest to this. I certainly can. When we talk about those Black Friday shifts, everyone's on board.
Yeah, and I actually have,
when we talk about these like
I have gone on the
pre-holiday or post-holiday shifts, everyone's on schedule. And if you extend that, I don't believe for a second that if you have somebody working Thanksgiving Day, that you're going to give them off Christmas Day.
Yeah. When I say
there's going to be, it's going to be, you work holidays, work holidays, work holidays, work holidays, and fuck you and your family for your minimum wage.
Well, then I was also going to say, and I know a lot of other people I've worked with have said the same thing. I actually have never minded working Black Friday because the people that come in and shop have traditionally been good customers because they realize they're going to be waiting in a line. They know that, just traditionally, not typically. This is not all of them. And I'm also I will have actually a different point of view in a second. Because I'm coming from working in a specialty store, not a department store. Working in specialty stores like I've worked in. The customers that come in have always been prepared to be in a line, prepared for crowds. It wasn't until I went to work for a department store, I'm not going to say which one it was. It was a different aspect.
Yep.
And I actually got cussed out by somebody but for over a $9 pillow. And I quit at 3 in the morning. And I said, I don't need this in my life. I have a better job. I'm good. But working from a specialty store point, when it was different because it's not department stores, we're not doing doorbusters and all that, it was actually okay with me as long as I came in at 7 in the morning and not noon the day before.
Yeah. Well, and this kind of opens up a whole other...
But Best Buy is different than working at the Limited.
Aspects. Yeah, and this kind of, brings up a whole other topic of conversation, but like me working at the liquor store now, like I have a whole different set of clientele. Yeah. Like by and large, most people are happy to be there. They're like, oh, I'm buying booze. I'm going to be feeling better pretty soon. And if somebody, there was one time I had somebody that was like, well, I thought the sale price was this. I just kind of looked at them like, well, do you want the booze or not?
Yeah. Well, and that's how it was with the Limited. Like nobody was arguing with me about a sweater that was $5 off. I didn't have that. When I went to work at this other department store, people came in for cheap pillows and cheap whatever, and I was like, I can't help you. And I got yelled at, and I remember being like, it's 3 o'clock. I remember I said to him, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're seriously yelling at me over a pillow? And the manager came, and I looked at her, and I go, I don't need this job. I will stay my shift because I'm a good employee till 8 in the morning, and I'm never coming back. I'm done.
Yep.
That's all it took, and I'll never do retail again because of that. But if you're going to have to deal with them at 3 in the morning, that's one thing. I'm not dealing with you at 5 o'clock the day before.
Yeah, and I think this is where we really need to make a point about how you treat your retail workers.
And I think that's a whole other episode of podcast that we will do that's not a shot. Because that's a long story that I can have stories to tell you.
But just on the topic, I mean, let's be clear. Like, these people are making minimum wage.
When you buy your TV, just remember that somebody got up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be there. It's got childcare to be there. And so just be respectful. Be nice. That's all we want. We're working retail. We've already come to that. We're already okay with that. Just be nice to us. That's all we want you to do. And we'll give you coupons that way. When you yell at us, we're not going to. But we will hook you up when you're nice to us. If we can.
I don't think I can ever work retail again. I might burn down the building.
I'm getting anxiety just talking about this
I know. Like all I'm thinking is burn down that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm never going to do it again. But I have a lot of respect for those who do.
Yeah, it definitely retail is one of the worst jobs in the world, and
I would say one of the hardest jobs in the world. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's like being a firefighter. I'm not.
Right.
It's very hard to get every single person's need.
Well, it's hard to make minimum wage and then have people saying horrible things to you because that shit's not on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know,
I make $10 an hour. I did the best I could. If this sweater doesn't come in brown, I guarantee you it's not my fault. I used to tell people like, dude, when they used to yell at me, like, you realize I take the trash out at night? Like, I am the lowest of the low. Like, I have no control over any of these things that you have a problem with.
So I think we really need to rise up and say, like, it's totally not cool to break into our holidays. Yeah. Natalie and I don't know about you. I'll certainly speak for myself. I'm all about free market capitalism.
Oh, I am too.
Yep, make that money. But
you're not making any more by opening earlier.
But let's be real.
And also, there's times to be a human. making money is important, but sometimes being a human is more important, and letting your employees have some time off.
Yep, and as Natalie mentioned, if the numbers are saying that you're not particularly making a huge benefit
win for everybody,
then just fucking open up at 4 a.m. Whatever, leave it alone. Wow, this is a bitchin' podcast.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. So until next time, I'm Jen.
I'm Natalie.
And this has been a shot of vodka culture. Cheers. Get drunk.